Hello, everybody. Today is Wednesday, and we are going to complete the extension activity 3.2, heavy duty shopping. This assignment starts on page 36 and ends on page 37. If you're a virtual student, then you can access this through the modules. So you'll go to modules. You're going to find week 9 and scroll down to Wednesday. Extension activity 3.2, heavy duty shopping on page 36 and 37. If you choose to complete this in your science notebook, that's fine. Please take a picture of page 36 and 37 and then send it to me in the inbox. Make sure that that picture is clear enough for me to read the writing that's on both pages. If I can't read it, I can't grade it. So yesterday we talked about more objects that begin moving, and we've answered those making sense questions that are on page 35. Now we're going to move on to an independent assignment that starts on page 36. So I'm going to give instructions. I'm going to walk you through what to do with this activity, but this is something that you're going to have to think of and do on your own. If you only complete what I put on the screen and then you turn it in, you're not going to receive credit for the assignment. So let's take a look at the activity. It says, imagine a shopping bag is full of fresh produce. Every time you pick up a bag, you pull upward on the handles with force. To figure out the minimum upward force necessary to pick up the bag, we're going to do the following. The first thing it asks for us to do is to make a table of the interactions involved when the bag is being pulled up by your hand. So we need to think about what are the components interacting with this system. So our first component is we have a hand that needs to pull up. There's a bag. There's the floor. And there's also earth. So these are the 4 components. So what you'll need to do is create a forces chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, with 5 columns, and this is 1. So this is going to be 4 here. Okay. You label the components across the top: hand, bag, floor, earth, hand, bag, floor, earth. And then complete the chart. Anywhere that there is some type of force interacting between those 2 objects, you put a plus. If there's not a force interacting between the objects, you put a minus, and then it can't interact with itself. So the hand can't interact with the hand, the bag can't interact with the bag, floor cannot interact with the floor. So you put a slash across it. So you need to create this chart and complete it. After you've completed the chart, the second step is to construct a free body diagram. To construct a model. This is the free body diagram. Remember, in your free body diagram, you're going to build from the bottom up. You're going to use simple shapes. To represent the different components. And those components are, we have the hand, we have a bag, we have the floor, and we have earth. So you're using simple shapes to represent the 4 different components. So you'll draw your free body diagram over here. After you've drawn your free body diagram, then you're going to add those force arrows that come from your chart. Remember, forces come in pairs, moving in opposite directions. Solid arrows represent contact forces. And dashed arrows represent forces that work at a distance. And in this instance, it's going to be anything from Earth's gravity. Is going to be a dash, so that's working at a distance. However many plus signs that you have on this chart, that is the number of arrows that you are going to add to this free body diagram. As a hint, you should have 10 arrows, which means that you have 5 pairs. That's your hint. Once you finish adding the arrows, let's move to the next portion. Since we're going to draw a free body diagram of the bag. We're drawing a free body diagram of the bag. Okay? So here we have our bag. It's going to represent our bag. Inside that bag, you've got your bag and produce. So you have food. That produce has weight that's pulling it down because of Earth's gravity. You also have the floor. Okay, what direction is the floor interacting with our bag? And you have a hand. What direction is that hand interacting with the bag? Once you've drawn that free body diagram, then you're going to answer the following question. Which force does the upward pull of your hand on the bag have to overcome for the bag to begin moving upward? Which forces does the upward pull of your hand on the bag have to overcome? So it has to be stronger than that downward pull. So think about what force is pulling down. What does the bag have to overcome to begin moving upward? Here's your sentence starter. The upward pull of the hand has to overcome the blank. This can be one word, it can be many words. These are many words you need to describe what it needs to overcome. Pull the hand has to overcome the blank to begin moving upward. Okay, so what does that hand have to overcome? What force does it have to overcome? So you think back to this picture right here. the hand is pulling up and needs to overcome whatever is pulling down. When you finish with this statement, you need to take a picture of page 36 and 37 and send it to me in the inbox, or you can submit this through Cami, and I'll grade it there. All right, have a fabulous day.